Welcome back. We're working on this Fairyland Japanese miniature. It's really cute. Last time we worked on these 2 water wheels. Plus we worked on this little boat that's lighted. It lights up. Got really cute. Next, we're going to work on more lights. We're going to work on a pendant lamp. Pendant lamp 1. Over here's pendant lamp 2, 3, and some more lamps. So first we need G. We need G04, 3 of those. N09, 3 of those, and 3 lights. Now we need N09. And we need 3 lights. It's just going to be doing that. I don't get it. Maybe you're supposed to bend it. They definitely will not fit inside the bead. It's just kind of like that for now. They just have it on either side of that little plus sign in there with the bead glued on. Okay, let's try the next one. We need G7 and G8. I'm gonna get all the G's out. These are G's and these are G's. That's what we used on the last lamp. And they're just putting this light, hanging it out the back. It's kind of strange. I'm not impressed with that at all. And you get glue on this black and it rubs off. You can see it just rubbed right off onto this wire. So the paint is like smearable. And that's how they want that bulb to be. Like so. Pendant lamp 3. We need a few more pieces, N10, and also another lamp. So here's N10, 6 of them. And we need to take G05 and the 6 arms, and G06. We also need another light. And we take these little arms of G6 and glue them into the notches on G5, or the lampshades go on top of them. They are not going on easy. Might have to file them a little rounded. I'm going to be really careful with these because these will break. I'm just trying to take off the corners because they're kind of square. That got it to where you can get it in the hole. Put a little glue on there. And set that to the side. Okay, here's all our arms with the little flower shades on. And now we need to glue these arms onto G5. And before it gets glued totally shut in the center, they want us to string a light up through it, so we need to get a light out. And the light will be hanging out the bottom, so we want to thread it up through the bottom. And we just let it hang like that. It's a cute lamp. I prefer lampshades better. But let's make sure all our little bars are equidistant from each other and level. There we go. And we'll just set that to the side to dry. Now that this is dry, we'll go back to Pendant Lamp 2 and we'll glue these outside parts on. And the light is up at the top, and it's supposed to kind of be on a catty corner because these are to be centered at the top and the bottom on both sides. And as you can see, the paint comes off from the glue and gets on the wires. So I'm not real happy with that, but we'll work with it. But you want to line these up so it looks like it's going completely around. There. That's how these are to be. I don't know that I like these, but this method. But we'll see how it turns out. It may be just fine. Okay, so we finished our pendant lamp. Now we'll move on to our floor lamp, and these are the black pieces we pulled out, G9, G10, and G11. These are G10, the big black squares. These are G9, and these two are G11. Now we also need A26 3-1, A26 3-2, and 2 lamps. So we need A26. Here we go, A26. It's the single piece in the center. It's these 2 and these 2. Okay, now we have our A26 3-1s. There's 2 of them, and A26 3-2. And when you cut this one, you need to cut all the way up into the center here, so this folds. And so now we want to score our edges a little bit, or pre-fold our edges, and fold these up and glue them. They're showing holding this with this little tab out the end. We're to punch a small hole here and feed our wires through from the back. And if you've got very sharp scissors or sharp tweezers, be careful because you can stab yourself here. We just want it big enough to feed the 2 little wires through, and we want to do it from the back because the light bulb will be on the inside of this box. Take your time so you don't rip your paper. Now we're going to glue this box shut. Oh, I never made the bends here. So we'll fold that around. And wind up with something like that. But maybe we can adjust it in there, bend it a little bit. And so this is the bottom at this corner. I'll work on the drier one. This bottom left, and we want to glue this on to G10 in a square. You can always push it out a little bit for now so we can get this squared off. And centered. Next, I'll go back to the more dry one. We want to stick another G10 on top. So this will definitely necessitate us getting our little light down in there. And like I said, I'm going to try to bend mine a little more. So I don't really want it touching the sides. So I'm actually going to bring it out a bit. and kind of bend it in a U. Be careful, hold it firmly when you do that. And we'll double check to make sure that hasn't compromised it. In this kit, white is negative, gray is positive. So we're good to go. I don't really want it touching the sides because you can see the bulb then. Might not have a choice anyway once it starts to be worked with, but I made an effort. So now we're going to glue a G10 on top. That looks pretty good. Let's do that again. Let's see what that'll look like lit. That looks pretty good. So you can see the bulb up against it. But it is still very cute. Next, we're going back to my dryer one. We're taking our little cone ones. Don't forget to cut the slit all the way up to the center. Make all your folds. Fold along these white lines. And then we'll glue these into like pyramid shaped. Okay, then we want to take G9 and glue them on top of G11 and then glue these lamps on top, just like birdhouses. Get them in the center as good as you can. And there we have them. Set those aside to dry. So, if you've been watching, you know that I'm not real happy how they had these lights. So I just went and remade them. I didn't have beads big enough to put the bulb down in, so I've got these little white pony beads. So I disassembled everything and glued pony beads on top of the bulb and did a little paint here to color the wire. This part, I just glued it down in the hole. It's kind of in the front, and it still looks nice. And when you put it on the battery, it's actually a glowing light now instead of whatever it was before. I just think it looks better. And so for this light, they just had the bulb hanging down naked between all these floral shades. So I went ahead and put a white and a pale blue pony bead on here. Glued it right onto the bulb to kind of cover it up. And I think it looks much better. It doesn't look so glaring. It has a little better light to it. I could have brought it down a little farther, but now when it hangs, it just looks more natural instead of having a bare bulb hanging out.